안녕하세요. 데니얼입니다. 중급 영작 100문장을 새롭게 시작합니다. 5형식 문장 패턴을 자유롭게 사용할 수 있다면 영어 해석과 유창한 영어를 말하는데 큰 도움이 됩니다. 이 영상은 영어로 쉽고 천천히 설명합니다. 여러 번 반복하셔서 영어 잘하게 되시길 바랍니다. Let's start.
동물원의 모든 동물은 건강을 유지하기 위해 특별한 식단이 필요하며 잘못된 음식을 먹으면 병이 날 수 있습니다.
All animals in the zoo need special menu to be healthy. And if they ate the wrong food, they'll be sick. There are some errors in this sentence. First, between all and animals, there should be the word the. Between special and to, menu should be removed and replaced for diets. And instead of to be healthy, it should be to stay healthy. So the first part of the sentence should be all the animals in the zoo need special diets to stay healthy. On to the next part. Between the words they and the word ate should be removed and replaced for eat. And at the end of the sentence, they'll be sick should be they can get sick. And after healthy, there should be a comma to make this sentence complete. The final corrected sentence is, all the animals in the zoo need special diets to stay healthy. And if they eat the wrong food, they can get sick. A native speaker might say, all of the zoo's animals need special diets to stay healthy, and the wrong food can make them sick.
그녀는 그가 피아노를 연주하는 법을 배우길 원했다.
She wanted that he will learn how to play the piano. This sentence needs a little bit of help. Between the words she and that, the word wanted should be removed and replaced for hoped. And between the words he and learn, the word will should be removed and replaced for would. The final corrected sentence is, she hoped that he would learn how to play the piano.
A native speaker might say, she wanted him to learn how to play the piano.
점점 더 많은 사람들이 그것을 매우 보람차고 유익한 일로 여깁니다.
More and more people consider it more proud and useful. This sentence is almost correct, but it has some errors. The words proud and useful are not the right words for this sentence. Instead, proud should be removed and replaced for fulfilling, and the word useful should be removed and replaced for beneficial. The corrected sentence is, more and more people consider it more fulfilling and beneficial. A native speaker might say, more and more people find it quite a fulfilling task and very beneficial.
나는 그들이 우리가 체육관에서 연습하는 것을 허락하지 않을 것 같아.
I think they'll not allow us to practice in the gym. This sentence is almost correct, but it has some errors. Between the words I and think, there should be don't. And between they'll and allow, the word not should be removed. The corrected sentence is, I don't think they'll allow us to practice in the gym. A native speaker might say, I don't think they'll let us practice in the gym.
나는 내가 긍정적이 되도록 격려해 준 것에 감사해.
I appreciate you to encourage to be positive. This sentence has some errors. Between the words you and to, the words to encourage should be removed and replaced for encouraging. And after encouraging, there should be the word me. The corrected English sentence is, I appreciate you encouraging me to be positive. An English speaker might say, I appreciate you encouraging me to stay positive.
TV 설치를 원하신다면 추가로 50불의 요금이 부과됩니다.
If you want installation of TV, you will pay extra $50. This sentence has some errors. Instead of installation of TV, it should be TV installation. And instead of you will pay, there should be there will be. After that, there should also be the word un. And at the very end of the sentence, there should be the word fee. The corrected sentence is, if you want TV installation, there will be an extra $50 fee. A native speaker would say, if you want the TV installed, there will be an additional $50 fee.
그녀는 창밖을 내다보며 비가 서서히 그치기 시작하는 것을 보았다.
She looked behind the window and looked the rain is stopping slowly. This sentence has some errors. Between the words looked and the word behind should be removed and replaced for out. And between the words and the word looked should be removed and replaced for saw that. And at the very end of the sentence, is stop slowly should be removed and replaced for was slowly stopping. The corrected sentence is, she looked out the window and saw that the rain was slowly stopping. A native speaker would say, she looked out her window and saw the rain slowly beginning to fade.
책을 여러 번 읽는 습관은 사람들이 책에 감정적으로 몰입하도록 장려합니다.
The habit of reading books of many times encourages that people absorb into that emotionally. This sentence also has some errors. Between the words books and time, of many should be removed and replaced for a better word, multiple. Between the words encourage and people, the word that should be removed. And near the end of the sentence, absorb into that
is not correct and should be replaced for to connect with them. The corrected English sentence is the habit of reading books multiple times encourages people to connect with them emotionally. A native speaker would say, the habit of reading books multiple times encourages people to engage with them emotionally.
그들은 자녀들이 인생에서 성공하기를 원한다.
They want their children to succeed in life. This sentence is correct. A native speaker would say, they want their children to succeed in life.
그녀는 친구에게 커피숍에서 기다리라고 말했다.
She told her friend, you wait at coffee shop. This sentence has some errors. Instead of you, the word to should be used. And between the words at and coffee, the word the should be added. The corrected English sentence is, she told her friend to wait at the coffee shop. A native English speaker might say, she told her friend to wait at the coffee shop.
사람들이 어떤 것을 소유할 수 없다는 것을 알게 되면 그것이 더 매력적이라고 생각하기 시작한다.
People find that they cannot own something. They begin to think more attractive. This sentence has some errors. Between the words something and they, the word and should be added between these words. And between the words to and more, the word think should be removed and replaced for find it. The corrected English sentence is, people find that they cannot own something and they begin to find it more attractive. A native speaker would say, when people find they cannot own something, they begin to find it more attractive. When people find they cannot own something, they begin to find it more attractive.
그들의 생각을 존중한다는 것을 알게 하고 그들이 자신의 의견을 표현할 수 있게 하세요.
Make them know to respect their thinking. Let them express their opinions. This sentence has some errors. At the start of the sentence, the word make should be removed and replaced for let. And between the words know and respect, the word to should be removed and replaced for you. And between the words thinking and them, the word let should be removed and replaced for and encourage. And finally, between the words them and express, the word to should be added between these words. The final corrected sentence is, let them know you respect their thinking and encourage them to express their opinions. A native English speaker would say, let them know you respect their thoughts and encourage them to voice their opinions. Let them know you respect their thoughts and encourage them to voice their opinions.
짐이 적을수록 우리의 캠핑은 더 즐거워진다.
We can enjoy our camping more if we have less package. This sentence has some errors. Between the words enjoy and camping, the word our should be removed. And at the end of the sentence, if we have less package is incorrect and should be replaced for with less stuff. The corrected English sentence is, we can enjoy camping more with less stuff. A native English speaker would say, less stuff makes our camping more enjoyable. Less stuff makes our camping more enjoyable.
우리가 큰 소리를 내면 물고기를 놀라게 해서 그들이 도망가게 만들 것입니다.
If we make loud sound, it makes fish frighten and they will far away. This sentence has some errors. Between the words make and loud, the word should be added between these words. And instead of it makes fish frighten, it should be reworded as it will frighten the fish. And at the end of the sentence, the word far should be removed and replaced for swim. The corrected English sentence is, if we make a loud sound, it will frighten the fish and they will swim away. When we make a loud noise, it will frighten the fish and cause them to swim away. When we make a loud noise, it will frighten the fish and cause them to swim away.
우리는 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일하며 그 돈이 잘 불어나서 우리를 위해 일하기를 바랍니다.
We work hard for our money, and we want it to grow and to work for us. Between the words and work, the word to could be removed. So, the corrected English sentence is, we work hard for our money, and we want it to grow and work for us. A native speaker might say, we work hard for our money, and we want to see it grow and work hard for us. We work hard for our money, and we want to see it grow and work hard for us.
눈을 깜빡이는 것은 눈을 촉촉하게 하고 앞부분을 맑게 유지하여 좋은 시력을 돕습니다.
Blinking eyes make it keep wet and front eye be clear, so help good eyesight. This sentence has some errors. At the start of the sentence, eyes make it keep is completely wrong and should be reworded as keeps the eye. And instead of front eye be, it should be replaced for the front part of the eye. And at the end of the sentence, the words so help should be removed and replaced for which helps maintain. The corrected sentence is, blinking keeps the eyes wet and the front part of the eye clear, which helps maintain good eyesight. A native English speaker would say, blinking makes the eyes wet and keeps the front portion clear for good vision. Blinking makes the eyes wet and keeps the front portion clear for good vision.
삶은 우리를 강하게 만든다.
Life makes us strong. This sentence is correct. Life makes us strong. Life makes us strong.
전문가들은 엘리베이터 대신 계단을 이용하고 직장까지는 걸어가거나 자전거를 타라고 조언합니다.
Experts suggest that using stairs instead of elevators or walking and biking for work. This sentence has some errors. Between the words suggest and using, the word that should be removed. And at the end of the sentence, the word for should be removed and replaced for to. The corrected English sentence is, experts suggest using stairs instead of elevators or walking and biking to work. A native English speaker might say, experts advise people to take the stairs instead of the elevator and walk or bike to work. Experts advise people to take the stairs instead of the elevator and walk or bike to work.
그래서 우리는 여러분에게 통조림, 따뜻한 옷, 담요, 그리고 돈을 기부해달라고 요청하고 있습니다.
Therefore, we are asking you to donate cans, warm clothes, blankets, and money. This sentence is almost correct, but it has one slight error. Instead of cans, it should be canned goods. The corrected English sentence is, therefore, we are asking you to donate canned goods, warm clothes, blankets, and money. So, we are asking you to donate canned goods, warm clothes, blankets, and money. So, we are asking you to donate canned goods, warm clothes, blankets, and money.
너에게 착하게 굴기를 원하지만 착하게 굴지 않아야 할 때가 오면 그렇게 하라는 말이야.
I want you to be nice, but be strong when you need. This sentence is almost correct. At the end of the sentence, add the word to. The corrected English sentence is, I want you to be nice, but be strong when you need to. I want you to be nice until it's time to not be nice. I want you to be nice until it's time to not be nice.
팀은 노력을 성공의 열쇠라고 생각합니다.
I consider a team's effort the key of success. This sentence has some errors. At the start of the sentence, I consider should be removed and reworded as the team considers. After that, the words a team's effort should be changed for effort. And at the end of the sentence, the word of should be removed and replaced for to. The corrected English sentence is, the team considers effort the key to success. A native English speaker would say, the team considers hard work the key to success.
The team considers hard work the key to success.
내 딸은 계속 나에게 이야기를 읽어달라고 부탁했다.
My daughter was asking me to read a story continuously. This sentence is almost correct, but it has some errors. Between the words daughter and asking, the word was should be removed and replaced for kept. And at the end of the sentence, the word continuously does not fit the sentence, so it will be removed. The corrected sentence is, my daughter kept asking me to read her a story. An English speaker would say, my daughter kept asking me to read her a story. My daughter kept asking me to read her a story.
한 연구에서 연구자들은 학생들에게 10개의 포스터를 아름다움의 순서대로 배열하라고 요청했습니다.
According to the study, researchers asked students 10 posters by beauty. This sentence is incorrect. Between the words students and 10, the words to rank should be added between these words. And at the end of the sentence, between the words by and beauty, the word there should be added between these words. The corrected English sentence is, according to the study, researchers asked students to rank 10 posters by their beauty. According to the study, researchers asked students to rank 10 posters by their beauty. According to the study, researchers asked students to rank 10 posters by their beauty.
정직은 신뢰의 기초라고 생각합니다.
I think honesty, the basic of credit. This sentence is incorrect. Between the words honesty and the word is should be added between these words. And at the end of the sentence, basic of credit should be replaced for foundation of trust. The corrected English sentence is, I think honesty is the foundation of trust. An English speaker would say, I consider honesty the foundation of trust. I consider honesty the foundation of trust.
지도자는 어떻게 사람들에게 자신이 소중한 존재라고 느끼게 할 수 있을까요?
How does a leader make people feel important? This sentence is correct. An English speaker would say, how does a leader make people feel that they matter? How does a leader make people feel that they matter?
그녀는 나에게 문제를 쉽게 설명해 주기를 요청했다.
She asked me to explain the problem easily. This sentence is almost correct. At the end of the sentence, the word easily should be removed and replaced for simply. The corrected English sentence is, she asked me to explain the problem simply. An English speaker would say,
She asked me to explain the problem in a simple way. She asked me to explain the problem in a simple way.
특수효과는 영어가 더 현실적으로 보이도록 돕는다.
Special system help the movies to see realistic. This sentence has some errors. At the start of the sentence, instead of the word system, it should be plural. So add an S to the word system. And between the words help and the word make should be added between these words. And at the end of the sentence, to see realistic should be replaced for look more realistic. The corrected English sentence is, special systems help make the movies look more realistic. An English speaker would say, special effects help make movies look more realistic. Special effects help make movies look more realistic.
배가 부르면 사람들은 만족감을 느끼고 더 행복해진다.
If people are full, they feel satisfied and be more happy. This sentence is almost correct, but it has one error. Be more happy should be removed and replaced for happier. The corrected English sentence is, if people are full, they feel satisfied and happier. An English speaker would say, having a full stomach makes people feel satisfied and happier. Having a full stomach makes people feel satisfied and happier.
다양성, 도전, 그리고 갈등은 우리가 상상력을 유지하도록 돕는다.
Variety, mission, and struggle help us to continue imagination. This sentence has some errors. Between the words us and imagination, the words to continue should be removed and replaced for maintain our. An English speaker would say, diversity, challenges, and conflicts help us keep our imagination alive. Diversity, challenges, and conflicts help us keep our imagination alive.
우리는 어려움에도 불구하고 희망을 간직해야 합니다.
We have to keep our hope, although difficult. This sentence is almost correct, but it has some errors. Between the words hope and although, the word alive should be added between these words. And at the end of the sentence, although difficult is not the right word and should be replaced for despite the difficulties. The corrected English sentence is, we have to keep our hope alive despite the difficulties. An English speaker would say, we must keep our hopes alive despite the challenges. We must keep our hopes alive despite the challenges.
집으로 가는 길에 그는 길 건너편 집 앞에 주차된 트럭을 발견했다.
While he's going home, he saw the parked truck in front of the house across the street. This sentence is almost correct, but at the start of the sentence, instead of he's, it should be he was. The corrected English sentence is, While he was going home, he saw the parked truck in front of the house across the street. A native English speaker would say, on the way home, he noticed a truck parked in front of the house across the street. On the way home, he noticed a truck parked in front of the house across the street.
우리는 돈을 벌기 위해 열심히 일하고 그 돈이 불어나면서 우리를 위해 일해 주기를 바란다.
We work hard to get money. We want to increase it and to be worked for us. This sentence has some errors. Between the words to and money, the word get should be removed and replaced for earn. After money, add the word and instead of we want to increase it, it should rather be we want it to grow. And closer to the end of the sentence, to be worked should be removed and replaced for work. The corrected English sentence is, we work hard to earn money, and we want it to grow and work for us. A native English speaker would say, we work hard for our money, and we want it to grow and work for us. We work hard for our money, and we want it to grow and work for us.
제인이 자신의 이름을 들었을 때 그녀는 일어나 무대로 걸어갔다.
When Jane heard her name, she stood up and walked to the stage. This sentence is correct. A native English speaker would say, when Jane heard her name called, she stood up from her seat and made her way to the stage. When Jane heard her name called, she stood up from her seat and made her way to the stage.
준비는 그들이 일을 끝낼 수 있는 자신의 능력에 대한 자신감을 높여준다.
The preparation increases their confidence about ability they can finish the work. This sentence has some errors. About ability is not correct and should be removed and replaced for in their ability. They can finish should also be removed and replaced for to finish. The corrected English sentence is, the preparation increases their confidence in their ability to finish the work. A native English speaker would say, the preparation boosts their confidence, making them believe in their ability to get things done. The preparation boosts their confidence, making them believe in their ability to get things done.
그는 일을 미완성 상태로 남겨두는 것의 영향에 대해 쓰고 있었다.
He was writing about the effects that they didn't finish it. This sentence has some errors. At the end of the sentence, that they didn't finish it is not the right wording and should be replaced for of not finishing their tasks. The corrected English sentence is, he was writing about the effects of not finishing their tasks. A native English speaker would say, he was writing about the effects of leaving tasks incomplete. He was writing about the effects of leaving tasks incomplete.
그들은 미래가 희망과 가능성으로 가득 차 있다고 생각했다.
They thought the future was filled with hope and possibility. This sentence is correct. A native English speaker would say, they viewed the future as full of hope and possibilities. They viewed the future as full of hope and possibilities.
그녀는 모든 도전이 성장의 기회라고 믿었다.
She believed every challenge the chance of improving. This sentence has some errors. Between the words challenge and the word was should be added between these words. And instead of the chance of, it should be replaced for a chance for. The corrected English sentence is, she believed every challenge was a chance for improving. A native English speaker would say, she saw every challenge as an opportunity for growth. She saw every challenge as an opportunity for growth.
그 이야기는 우리가 친절의 중요성을 생각하게 했다.
This story made us think the importance of kindness. This sentence is incorrect and it has some errors. Between the words think and the word about should be added between these words. And instead of important, it should be importance. The corrected English sentence is, the story made us think about the importance of kindness. A native English speaker would say, the story made us think about the importance of kindness. The story made us think about the importance of kindness.
100명의 놀라운 예술가들을 한 방에 모아 같은 의자를 그리게 하라.
There are 100 wonderful artists in a room, and make them draw the same chair. This sentence is incorrect. After the word room, there should be a comma, and the word and is incorrect in this sentence and should be replaced for so you can. The corrected English sentence is, there are 100 wonderful artists in a room, so you can make them draw the same chair. A native English speaker would say, gather 100 amazing artists in a room and have them draw the same chair. Gather 100 amazing artists in a room and have them draw the same chair.
이 질문들이 어렵다고 느꼈나요?
Were these questions difficult for you? This sentence is correct. A native English speaker would say, did you find these questions hard? Did you find these questions hard?
그녀는 모두가 더 잘 이해할 수 있도록 상황을 명확히 설명해 달라고 나에게 요청했다.
In order to understand for everyone, she asked me to explain exactly. This sentence has some errors. At the start of the sentence, in order to understand for everyone should be removed and replaced for so that everyone could understand it. And at the end of the sentence, the word exactly is incorrect and should be replaced for the situation clearly. The corrected English sentence is, she asked me to explain the situation clearly so that everyone could understand it. A native English speaker would say, she asked me to explain the situation clearly so that everyone could understand it. She asked me to explain the situation clearly so that everyone could understand it.
그 뉴스는 모두가 미래에 대해 희망을 느끼게 했다.
The news made everyone feel the hope of future. This sentence has some errors. At the end of the sentence, the hope of future is incorrect and should be removed and replaced for hopeful about the future. The corrected English sentence is, the news made everyone feel hopeful about the future. A native English speaker would say, the news made everyone feel hopeful about the future. The news made everyone feel hopeful about the future.
학교는 아이들이 지역사회 봉사활동에 참여하도록 장려해다.
School encouraged students to join volunteer for society. This sentence has some errors. At the start of the sentence, the word the should be added. And between the words to and for, join volunteer is incorrect and should be just volunteer. And at the end of the sentence, the word society should be removed and replaced for community service. The corrected English sentence is, the school encouraged students to volunteer for community service. A native English speaker would say, the school encouraged students to participate in community service activities. The school encouraged students to participate in community service activities.
그의 이야기는 우리 아이들이 문제를 해결하기 위해 머리를 쓰도록 돕는 데 초점이 맞춰져 있었다.
His stories were focused in our children use their brains to solve problems. This sentence is almost correct, but it has some errors. Between focused and our, the word in should be removed and replaced for on helping. The corrected English sentence is, his stories were focused on helping our children use their brains to solve problems. A native English speaker would say, his stories were focused on helping our children use their brains to solve problems. His stories were focused on helping our children use their brains to solve problems.
그는 상황이 통제되고 있다고 말하며 사라에게 침착하라고 말했다.
He told Sarah to calm down since the situation is controlling. This sentence is almost correct, but it has one error. At the end of the sentence, is controlling is incorrect and should be removed and replaced for was under control. The corrected English sentence is, he told Sarah to calm down since the situation was under control. A native English speaker would say, he told Sarah to stay calm, saying the situation was under control. He told Sarah to stay calm, saying the situation was under control.
사람들은 구매를 계획할 때 온라인 고객 평점과 리뷰를 중요하게 여겼다.
People considered online customers' response and reviews be important when they decide to buy it. This sentence has some errors. Customers' response should be removed and replaced for customer ratings. The words be important should be edited to be important or important. And at the end of the sentence, they decided to buy it should be removed and replaced for planning a purchase. The corrected English sentence is, people considered online customer ratings and reviews important when planning a purchase. A native English speaker would say, people considered online customer ratings and reviews important when planning a purchase. People considered online customer ratings and reviews important when planning a purchase.
용기에 대한 생각을 바꿀 수 있는 조언 하나를 드릴게요.
Let me give you one advice that can change your opinion about Brave. This sentence has some errors. The word one should be removed and replaced for a piece of. And at the end of the sentence, between the words about and brave, there should be the word being in between these words. The corrected English sentence is, let me give you a piece of advice that can change your opinion about being brave. A native English speaker would say, let me give you a piece of advice to help you be more courageous. Let me give you a piece of advice to help you be more courageous.
음식은 우리 몸이 움직이고 작동하도록 유지하는 연료입니다.
The food is the fuel that keeps our body moving and working. This sentence is correct. A native English speaker would say, "Food is the fuel that keeps our bodies moving and working." Food is the fuel that keeps our bodies moving and working.
야행성 동물들을 특별하게 만드는 한 가지 이유는 그들의 큰 눈입니다.
One reason that makes night animals special is big eyes. This sentence is almost correct. But at the end of the sentence, between the words is and big, the word there should be added between these words. The corrected English sentence is, one reason that makes night animals special is their big eyes. A native English speaker would say, one reason that makes nocturnal animals special is their big eyes. One reason that makes nocturnal animals special is their big eyes.
우리는 내일이 또 다른 기회가 될 것이라고 믿는다.
We believe that tomorrow will be another chance. This sentence is almost correct, but between the words be and another, should be removed. The corrected English sentence is, we believe that tomorrow will be another chance. The sentence, we believe that tomorrow will be another chance, is more commonly used and sounds natural. However, since this video is about learning the 5-sentence structure, I changed it to, we believe tomorrow to be another chance. I liked the meaning of this sentence, so I chose it as the final sentence of this video.
그녀는 새로운 환경이 꽤 어렵다고 느꼈지만 곧 적응했다.
She considered new situation very difficult, but she soon adopted. This sentence has some errors. Between the words considered and new, the word the should be added between these words. And at the end of the sentence, adopted should be removed and replaced for adapted to it. The corrected English sentence is, she considered the new situation very difficult, but she soon adapted to it. An English speaker would say, she found the new environment quite challenging, but she soon adapted to it. She found the new environment quite challenging, but she soon adapted to it.
이 약을 먹으면 잠이 올 수도 있어요.
If you take this medicine, you might feel sleepy. This sentence is correct. An English speaker would say, This medicine may make you sleepy. This medicine may make you sleepy.
선생님은 학생들에게 지금 깜짝 시험에 준비하라고 말했다.
The teacher told the students that the surprise test will start now. This sentence has some errors. Between the words that and surprise, the word the should be removed and replaced for a. And between the words test and start, the word will should be removed and replaced for would. The corrected English sentence is, the teacher told the students that a surprise test would start now. A native English speaker would say, the teacher told the students to get ready for a pop quiz now. The teacher told the students to get ready for a pop quiz now.
그녀는 자신이 반대한다는 것을 분명히 했다.
She was sure she could not agree it. This sentence is almost correct, but it has one error. At the end of the sentence, between the words agree and it, there should be the word with between these words. The corrected English sentence is, she was sure she could not agree with it. A native English speaker would say, she made it clear that she disagreed. She made it clear that she disagreed.
나는 그 강의를 이해하는 것이 어렵다고 생각했다.
I thought it was hard to understand the lecture. This sentence is grammatically correct. However, a more natural way to say it would be, I thought the lecture was hard to understand. A native English speaker would say, I found it hard to understand the lecture. I found it hard to understand the lecture.
부모는 자녀가 자신의 행동에 책임을 지기를 기대한다.
Parents expect their children to take responsibility of their action. This sentence is almost correct, but it has some errors. Between the words responsibility and their, the word of should be removed and replaced for, and at the end of the sentence, the word action should be plural, so there should be an S at the end of action. The corrected English sentence is, parents expect their children to take responsibility for their actions. A native English speaker would say, parents expect their children to take responsibility for their actions. Parents expect their children to take responsibility for their actions.
그녀가 프로젝트를 마치는 걸 도와달라고 했나요?
Did she ask me to help the project finish? This sentence has some errors. At the end of the sentence, the words the project finish is incorrect. It should be replaced for her finish the project. The corrected English sentence is, did she ask me to help her finish the project? A native English speaker would say, did she ask me to help her finish the project? Did she ask me to help her finish the project?
그 회사는 고객 만족이 우선이라는 것을 분명히 했다.
The company confirmed the most important thing is customer satisfaction. This sentence is almost correct, but it has one error. Instead of the word is, it should be was. The corrected English sentence is, the company confirmed the most important thing was customer satisfaction. A native English speaker would say, the company made it clear that customer satisfaction comes first. The company made it clear that customer satisfaction comes first.
지금 제가 뭘 하길 원하나요?
Do you want what I have to do now? This sentence is grammatically correct, but it sounds unnatural in English. A more natural way to say this would be, what do you want me to do now? A native English speaker would say, what do you want me to do now? What do you want me to do now?
큰 소음 때문에 집중하기가 어려웠어요.
It was hard to concentrate because of the noise. This sentence is correct. A native English speaker would say, the noise made it hard to concentrate. The noise made it hard to concentrate.
영어를 배우는 게 꽤 어렵다고 느낀다.
The sentence, I think studying English is so hard, is grammatically correct, but it doesn't sound completely natural. If you replace studying with learning and so hard with quite difficult, it sounds more natural. A more natural way to say it would be, I think learning English is quite difficult. Native speakers often say, I find learning English quite challenging. I find learning English quite challenging.
왜 생각이 바뀌었나요?
Why did you change your mind? This sentence is correct. A native English speaker would say, what made you change your mind? What made you change your mind?
선생님께서 우리가 금요일까지 보고서를 내야 한다고 하셨다.
The teacher said, we need to submit the report until Friday. This sentence is almost correct, but the word until should be removed and replaced for by. The corrected English sentence is,
The teacher said we need to submit the report by Friday. A native English speaker would say, the teacher asked us to turn in the report by Friday. The teacher asked us to turn in the report by Friday.
우리는 그 시험이 어렵다고 느꼈다.
We felt that the exam was hard. This sentence is correct. A native English speaker would say, we found the exam hard. We found the exam hard.
그는 나를 1시간 동안 기다리게 했다.
I waited for him during an hour. This sentence is almost correct. The word during should be removed and replaced for. The corrected English sentence is, I waited for him for an hour. A native English speaker would say, he kept me waiting for an hour. He kept me waiting for an hour.
우리는 그 소식을 충격적이라고 여겼다.
We consider the news shocked. This sentence is incorrect. At the end of the sentence, the word shocked should be removed and replaced for shocking. The corrected English sentence is, we consider the news shocking. A native English speaker would say, we considered the news shocking. We considered the news shocking.
나는 그녀가 내 이름을 부르는 것을 들었다.
I heard that she called my name. This sentence is correct. A native English speaker would say, I heard her call my name. I heard her call my name.
우리는 목표를 명확히 할 필요가 있다.
We need to be clear the propose. This sentence is incorrect. Between the words clear and the word about should be added between these words. And at the end of the sentence, the propose is not a right way to end the sentence. The propose should be removed and replaced for our goals. The corrected English sentence is, we need to be clear about our goals. A native English speaker would say, we need to make our goals clear. We need to make our goals clear.
우리는 그 일을 예상보다 더 어렵다고 느꼈다.
We felt that the work was more hard than expecting. This sentence is almost correct, but it has some errors. The words more hard should be removed and replaced for harder. And at the end of the sentence, expecting should be removed and replaced for expected. The corrected English sentence is, we felt that the work was harder than expected. A native speaker would say, we found the task harder than expected. We found the task harder than expected.
그는 어제 차를 수리받았다.
He made his car fixed yesterday. This sentence is not correct because make is usually followed by a verb in its base form. So instead of made, we should use got or had. Native speakers would typically say, he got his car fixed yesterday. He got his car fixed yesterday.
우리는 그들이 농구하는 걸 봤어.
We saw that they played basketball. This sentence is correct. A native English speaker would say, we saw them play basketball. We saw them play basketball.
너 때문에 웃었어.
I was laughing because of you. This sentence is correct. A native English speaker would say, you made me laugh. You made me laugh.
우리를 이어 살아갈 사람들을 위해 더 푸르게 남겨요.
So this sentence, for the people they will live, remain more green, sounds a little awkward in English. First, the people they will live sounds a little strange. A better way, just say, the people who will live. Second, remain more green is awkward. Remain means to stay the same, but we want to say, let's make something greener. So we use leave it greener. A native English speaker would say, let's leave it greener for the people who will live after us. Let's leave it greener for the people who will live after us.
모든 걸 고칠 순 없지만 더 좋게 만들 순 있어요.
We can't fix everything, but we can make more better. This sentence is almost correct, but it has one error. Between the words make and better, the word more should be removed and replaced for things. A native English speaker would say, we can't fix everything, but we can make things better. We can't fix everything, but we can make things better.
땅이 흔들리는 걸 느꼈어.
I felt the ground move. This sentence is correct. A native English speaker would say, I felt the ground shake. I felt the ground shake.
열어두라곤 했지만 활짝 열라는 말은 아니었어.
I said to open the door, but I didn't want to open widely. This sentence is incorrect. At the start of the sentence, the word said should be removed and replaced for told you. And at the end of the sentence, want to open widely should be removed and replaced for mean wide open. The corrected English sentence is, I told you to open the door, but I didn't mean wide open. A native English speaker would say, I told you to leave it open, not wide open. I told you to leave it open, not wide open.
그 일에 에너지 낭비하지 마. 그냥 넘겨.
Don't waste your energy. Just forget it. This sentence is correct. A native English speaker would say, Don't waste your energy on it. Just let it go. Don't waste your energy on it. Just let it go.
우리는 그들이 무대에서 공연하는 걸 봤어.
We saw them play on the stage. That's grammatically correct. Good job. But let's make it sound more natural. Instead of play, it's natural to say perform when talking about a show. And instead of on the stage, native speakers usually just say on stage. So the more natural sentence is we saw them perform on stage. Native speakers would typically say, we saw them perform on stage. We saw them perform on stage.
그는 어제 머리를 잘랐어.
He cut his hair yesterday. This sentence is correct, but there is a better way to say it. The sentence, he cut his hair yesterday, is the direct translation from Korean to English. A native English speaker would say, he got his hair cut yesterday. He got his hair cut yesterday.
친절은 모두가 존중받는다고 느끼게 합니다.
Kindness makes everyone be respected. This sentence is almost correct. But instead of the word be, the word should be removed and replaced for feel. The corrected English sentence is, kindness makes everyone feel respected. A native English speaker would say, kindness helps everyone feel respected. Kindness helps everyone feel respected.
우리는 설명서가 어렵다고 생각했다.
We thought the instruction difficult. This sentence is incorrect. Between the words instruction and difficult, there should be the word were. And instruction should be plural. So instead of instruction, it should be instructions. The corrected English sentence is, we thought the instructions were difficult. A native English speaker would say, we found the instructions confusing. We found the instructions confusing.
이 일 때문에 계속 바빠?
I'm busy because of this work. This sentence is correct. A native English speaker would say, this job keeps me busy. This job keeps me busy.
무언가 바뀌면 알려줘.
Let me know something is changing. This sentence is almost correct, but it has one error. Between the words know and something, the word if should be added between these words. The corrected English sentence is, let me know if something is changing. A native English speaker would say, let me know if anything changes. Let me know if anything changes.
부모님은 나에게 휴식을 취하라고 조언하셨다.
My parents advised that I need to take a rest. This sentence is almost correct, but it has one error. Between the words I and take, need to should be removed. The corrected English sentence is, my parents advised that I take a rest. A native English speaker would say, my parents advised me to take a break. My parents advised me to take a break.
나는 그가 노래하는 걸 들었어.
I heard that he was singing. This sentence is also grammatically correct. However, native speakers usually say, I heard him sing in everyday conversation. It's shorter and sounds more natural.
팬들은 그 영화를 걸작으로 여긴다.
The fans consider the movie the greatest. This sentence is also almost correct, but between the words movie and the, one of should be added between these words. A native English speaker would say, the fans consider the movie a masterpiece. The fans consider the movie a masterpiece.
우리는 그 일이 예상보다 어렵다는 걸 알게 됐다.
We found this project more challenge than expecting. This sentence has some errors. The word challenge should be challenging. And at the end of the sentence, expecting should be removed and replaced for we expected. The corrected sentence is, we found this project more challenging than we expected. A native English speaker would say, we found the task harder than we expected. We found the task harder than we expected.
언론은 그녀를 국내 최연소 CEO로 지명했다.
The media named her the youngest CEO in the country. This sentence is correct. A native English speaker would say, the media named her the youngest CEO in the country. The media named her the youngest CEO in the country.
그는 자신을 실패자라고 생각하지만 그렇지 않다.
He thinks him a loser, but he's not. This sentence is incorrect. Between the words thinks and but, him a loser should be removed and replaced for himself a failure. The corrected English sentence is, he thinks himself a failure, but he's not. A native English speaker would say, he thinks himself a failure, but he's not. He thinks himself a failure, but he's not.
항상 출입구를 막지 말아주세요.
Please don't block the entrance at all times. This sentence is grammatically correct, but the meaning is unclear and sounds awkward. Native speakers usually say, "Please keep the entrance clear at all times." Please keep the entrance clear at all times.
그 말 때문에 분위기가 좀 어색해졌어.
I felt awkward because of the saying. After the word of, replace the saying with what was said. The corrected sentence is, I felt awkward because of what was said. A native speaker might say, that comment made it awkward. Once again, that comment made it awkward. That comment made it awkward.
소음 때문에 잠을 못 잤어.
I couldn't sleep by noise. This sentence has an error. Between the words sleep and noise, replace the word by with because of the. The corrected sentence would sound like, I couldn't sleep because of the noise. A native speaker might say, the noise kept us awake. Once again, the noise kept us awake. The noise kept us awake.
그거 덕분에 좀 나아졌어.
I feel better with that. This sentence is correct. Good job. But a native speaker might say, it makes me feel better. This sentence sounds more natural. It makes me feel better. It makes me feel better.
그들은 그가 곧 돌아올 거라 생각해서 문을 열어둔 채로 두었다.
They thought he will come back soon, so keep to leave the door open. This sentence has some errors. Replace the word between he and come, the word will, with the word would. On the second line, replace the words keep to with they and leave with left. The corrected sentence would sound like, they thought he would come back soon, so they left the door open. A native speaker might say, they left the door open because they expected him to come back soon. Once again, they left the door open because they expected him to come back soon.
나는 이걸 영어로 설명하기가 어려워.
It's difficult to explain it in English. Good job. This sentence is correct. A native speaker might say it differently. I find it hard to explain it in English. Both sentences are perfectly fine. I'll repeat the sentence once again. I find it hard to explain it in English.
오히려 상황을 더 안 좋게 만들었어.
I thought the situation went more bad. After the word situation, replace the words went more bad with became worse. The corrected sentence would sound like, I thought the situation became worse. A native speaker might say, that made things worse. Once again, that made things worse.
그가 사무실 나가는 걸 봤어.
I saw he went out the office. Between the words saw and the, replace he with him, and replace went out with the word leave. The corrected sentence would be, I saw him leave the office. A native speaker would also say, I saw him leave the office. Once again, I saw him leave the office.
창문 열어두지 마.
Don't open the window. Good job. This sentence is correct. A native speaker might say, don't leave the window open. Once again, don't leave the window open.
갔는데 아무도 없었어.
I went, but no one there. This sentence has a couple of errors. Between the word went and but, put the word there. Between the words one and there, put the word was. The corrected sentence would be, I went there, but no one was there. A native speaker might say, I found the place empty. Once again, I found the place empty. This sentence is a more natural expression that English speakers would use. The first sentence, however, is more similar to the direct translation and has no grammatical errors, but the native speaker saying is more natural.
연습은 당신을 자신감 있게 만든다.
For the last sentence, it is, practice makes you confident. Great job, this sentence is correct. A native speaker would also say, practice makes you confident. Once again, practice makes you confident. Congratulations on getting to the end of the 100 phrase series. You have done a great job continuing so far. Thank you for watching our 100 English phrase series. I look forward to seeing you learn more about the English language. See you soon. Goodbye.
끝까지 봐주셔서 감사합니다. Thank you for watching to the end. If you like this video, leave a like, and if you want to subscribe to this channel to watch more content like this, press the subscribe button or 구독 눌러주세요. Thank you. Goodbye.